Hello everyone, welcome to another video. This is Mr. Chow from EnglishTuition.org. Now in today's video, we're going to talk about the O-Levels results. As you know, the O-Levels results has just been released yesterday, so I thought I'd do a quick video to talk about the performance of some of my students, and as well as look at the records for some of my students and see whether we can get any useful information out of it. So stay tuned. All right, so let's start by looking at the overview of how the students do as a whole, right? So for last year, 23,555 students took the O-level exams in 2001. So out of those, 96.4% passed at least 3 subjects. That's comparable to previous years. And then 85.6% got at least 5 passes. I felt this is more significant because I would presume these are the students who want to apply for a course in the polytechnic, so that will require them to have at least passes from 5 subjects. So that means that most of our students are actually able to progress to at least a polytechnic, a diploma course, right? And then this performance is comparable with previous years despite the pandemic. So congratulations, you can give yourself a pat on the back. I think this is no easy achievement. The pandemic has been more or less disruptive, and the students have proven to be very resilient, and they're still able to score, comparable results compared to previous years without the pandemic, right? So that is something that all the students should be very proud of. So with that, let's take a look at how my students have performed. So last year, 2 of my students took the O-Levels exams, and so the first student I want to talk about, ZY, right? He has been with me for several years. In fact, one of my longest students. So from Sec 1 to Sec 4, he has been with me, and all along his performance has been very, very, very consistent. He never scored worse than a B3, and his best score, which was his Sec 4 prelims. So from Sec 1 to Sec 3, he's scoring like B3, right? And then from Sec 4, he finally got an A2, but even then it was a borderline A2, right? So the O-Levels result still very consistent, came out B3. My expectation for him will be best case scenario A2, worst case scenario B3. Okay, but I'm very confident, 90% confidence that he's able to score at least a B3. Right, based on his consistency, right, his consistent past performance. Well, the other student, TR, the school performance, he's one of those students who the results go ding dong, and then he can score C6 borderline pass, and over about 1 year of lessons later, he's able to progress to about a B4, and that has been his best grade, and he's never been able to score beyond B4, right, getting 65 and above. And so fortunately for O-Levels, he's able to score at his upper band, right, which is B4, right? So for him, he really wanted to score at least a B3, okay, but it seems that that is his best performance. He wasn't too happy, neither was he too disappointed with the results, so it was an okay result, right? So at least it's not a C5 or C6. It doesn't look very good on the result slip either, right? Then how about some of my other students, okay, who had sat for the O-Levels in the past, right? So here are some of the results from previous years for your reference. So GD is another one of my long-standing students, and has been with me for several years. So his school performance, right, also another ding-dong type of performance, right, up down roller coaster performance from C6 to B3, right? So Sec 1, Sec 2, he's around B3, B4, right? Then Sec 3, he actually got a C6, which was kind of like his wake-up call. And then Sec 4, he put in a lot more effort, and as a result, his O-Levels, he scored final result B3. The next student ZZ, right? ZZ school performance. He came to me, he was failing English, and even had to reset the a retest for the end of year exam in order to be promoted to Sec 4. So I'm not sure how the arrangement is like, because that's the private arrangement between the school and some of the students who did not manage to pass for English, right? So his performance was around D7 to C6 when he came to me. So he is one the rare case that it actually showed tremendous improvement for the O level. So never expected him to get a B3, but he was able to achieve a B3. So that was a very good result for this student. One of the best performances among all my students in terms of level of improvements. Okay, and the next student, JF, right? School performance. This student is very interesting, right? And he has been also with me for several years. School performance, flat line, right? B4 all the way. Sec 1, Sec 2, Sec 3, Sec 4. Mid-year exam, final year exam, CAWA, all B4. Never get borderline pass, never get a C before, but also never get a distinction before, never get B3 and above before. And then O levels, still a B4, right? That's why I say this is one of the very interesting case. So the results vary quite a bit, as you can see, from student to student, and I'll talk a little bit more about my experiences later on in the video. Another student that I had, SK, school performance around B3, and this student, when I interacted with him, he was already quite good to begin with, and so most of the time, I just gave him a bit more guidance, and he's a very fast learner. So by the time he get to the national exams, he managed to score an A2, right? So this is one of those students who, maybe just like ZY, right? His range is somewhere between A2 and B3, and he happened to score an A2 for English. Okay, I also have some students who received their N-level results, and MY, school performance, right? So these are students who have taken the N-levels with me in the past, right? School performance, C6 to B4, N-levels, B4. BL, school performance, C5 to C6, N-levels, B4. Right, to be honest, BL, I did not expect him to be able to get a B4, because he had, in his during his school exams and tests, he has shown me time and again that it's very difficult for him to get above 55, okay, on above 60. So he usually is around the 50s range, right? So it was a good result for him that in N-levels he managed to get a B4. YY, school performance is between B4 to C5. N-levels, thank goodness, he's got his higher grade, which is B4. KL is one of the slightly disappointing case, because school performance, he was scoring between B4 to A2, right? And N-levels, he got a B4, right? Actually, that's actually the lower end, okay, of his range of performance. So what are some insights that we can talk about, right? Students who perform within a narrow band tend to have more predictable results, as they have greater consistency, right? So for students who got like A2, B3, A2, B3, 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 A2, B3, you know that O levels, they're very likely to get an A2, B3, right? Students who perform within a wide band, right, from B3 to C6, right, means they lack consistency, and for the national exams, it's harder to predict their grades, right? So sometimes these are students who take advantage of the situation. It's not that they have a poor command of language, just that they're too relaxed for some reason, or they play too much and get distracted, and then some quarters or some years their results plummet, right, and they were not able to show their true potential, right? But then usually for national exams, they know that this is a serious exam, and that's where time to chiong, right? And they put their head down, and national exams come back, they get a good results, right? So results are largely predictable and falls within the band, right? So ideally, students should aim to surpass the top band in order to exceed their own expectations, right? So if the students don't put in extra effort, right, and they're not too vigilant during the exam itself, then it's very hard to surpass your expectation, right? Imagine from Sec 1 to Sec 4, you've never gotten an A2 or B3 before, right? All along you get C5, C6. So what are the chances of suddenly getting a B3 in English? Not to say that it's not possible. It's possible, yes, okay, but the chances are lower, right? Then I think I failed to mention that it is also possible for some students to show flatline results throughout, right? And just now you saw one of the cases, B4 from Sec 1 to Sec 4, right? So the standard went up from Sec 1 to Sec 4, right? Sec 1, Sec 2, Sec 3, Sec 4. By the time they get to Sec 4, it's higher standard, much higher standard compared to Sec 4. And the results, right, if they can maintain at the B4, actually shows that they're improving, right? But they're not improving at a rate that is faster than what the schools expect from them. So you have expectations, right, going up one step, they improve one step. Expectation going up one step, they improve one step, right? So students who show the most progress, right, the most largest amount of improvements must aim to surpass that expectation, right? Sec 1 move to Sec 2, right? You surpass that, you try to work towards a Sec 3 standard, right? So because of your higher standard by Sec 2, right, then you can expect to get, between the A1 to B3 grade, right? So that should be the target, right? Not to just be instead with with the expectation instead, right? Then the results are just going to flatline over the years, okay? And then some students have just hit their personal limit, right? That's how they are, that's the way they are. No matter how I teach, no matter what resources that I provide for them, doesn't matter what type of support or guidance that I can give to them, that's the level that they're going to perform at. So this is more of a personal limit, right? However, it is also possible for students to get a grade at the lower end for some reason. So that's now the case. You see the N-level student getting B4 to A2. He wasn't able to get A2 for his N-levels, right? So it could be attributed to different reasons, right? Nervousness, carelessness, unfamiliar topic during the oral itself, okay, or pick the wrong essay question, etc., etc. So we never know, because language paper is less predictable compared to maths and science, because this is a skill-based subject, and the topics could be quite general, right? So that's all I have for this video. If you're serious about learning the language skills, do consider signing up for lessons, and you can visit englishtuition.org for more details. That's it. Thank you for watching, and do remember to leave a like and a subscribe before you go, and hopefully I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye bye.